Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Steel City Knives, and today we're taking part in an open tag started by Slip Joint Sawyer, who we affectionately know as Slippy. A little bit about Slippy. Slippy is like the catalyst for me starting my channel and being a bit more sociable around the hobby of knives collecting, and is a friend of mine, I would say, and just a good overall guy, just a real top guy, stand-up guy. So when he did this open tag, I thought I've got to jump in and make one, definitely. So obviously UK knife collector. This is what I think he was sort of aiming for, sort of like your modern slip joint knives. So all of our knives have to be slip joint if we're going to carry them. So and they have to be 3 inches or below. So these for the UK guys were like your more common knives. So they're not just sort of like a throwback to yesteryear. These are day in, day out knives that we use. So he chose 5 of his favourites. So I've got 5 in front of me here. I've tried to stick to sort of a budget. These are quite a budget knife, really, nothing premium here. Some of these I've had for a while, well, all of them actually, so they're all proven, and I can vouch for all of them, really, of being good knives. And then I've noticed along the way people have also added these sort of knives, so I've got a couple of honourable mentions, more in like a traditional sort of pattern. Well, we can start with these. So this is an English company called Whitby Knives, and they make their knives in China, and all of their knives are from China. So it's a Chinese made knife, but they're an English company called Whitby Knives. So you might recognise this knife, it might look very familiar. So I don't know where it stands in the legality of it, but they actually ripped off. Is that they have copied a company called James Brand, which is sort of a modern. James Brand have been out for quite a few years now, and some of their designs have been very sleek and very modern, a sort of modern take on sort of traditionals. So, but Whitby, point blank, have copied their styles. But obviously James Brand, I don't know this, don't quote me on this, but it looks like they might get their parts from China, as these look bang on. So yeah, if you've got James Brand stuff, you'll know. So the James Brand version of this is called the County, and Whitby have very cleverly called this the Kent, which is a county in England. So it's mahogany covers, it's 12C27 blade material and stainless steel construction throughout, but as you can see it's got a Torx bit there. So it's got a lanyard tube, it's got a nice drop point, that's their symbol. Let me see if I can zoom in real quick. So that's their symbol there. It's got some jimping on the back there. Nice like drop point blade. Looks to me that's a sodbuster blade all day long. But really nice covers. Fit and finish is very good. It has got a bit of a dint on it, but that's where I dropped it. But yeah, very good knife, very nice and snappy. So good walk and talk on it. But yeah. So I've seen a few people on the open tags throwing these sort of knives, so I thought this is a good one. Good interpretation of sort of a modern traditional. And then my other honourable sort of mentions are the Rough Riders. Now, I know they do their their Rough Rider Reserve models, but this is VG10 steel, aluminium covers. Again, modern construction, your Torx bits for disassembling, but really well put together. A lot of people have said that the black paint flakes off, which it is doing, so I concur with that. But if you want a bit of a a worn look. It's gonna look nice once it's. I've had these for a couple of years now. I think definitely one for a couple of years. So probably this one by the looks of it. But it's a traditional. They do the traditional patterns, but just with more modern materials. So it's got VG10 blade steel, as you can see on the tang there, and then that's the model number for this one. And obviously this is a small Stockman RR2102. So it's got half stocked, really well put together. The second and third blade have got a thinner stock on them. So on this spay blade, definitely a thinner stock there, but really, I mean, value for money for what you're getting. Brilliant. So that's the you know it's a good series when you get two of them in the same series. So this is the small trapper, and again it's a VG10. See how it's starting to come off already there. So they've painted this black, so it'll all go blue eventually. But I like the pure sort of discreet designing of it, very understated designing. And yeah, I love this series, so yeah, that's why I've got two. So VG10, then RR2102 China. But yeah, they're my two honourable mentions. But let's get back to this. So these are my more modern, my 5 favourite, I would say. They're a bit old now. There's nothing really new and exciting probably on the table. They've all been around for quite a long while now. I'm more a traditional slip joint kind of guy. So I do collect moderns. I do have a bit of a collection of moderns. But my heart, you know, these are more a practical working knife for me rather than sort of my passion. But this is, so the two red ones here are from Heine Haynes. So Heine Haynes, I think it's fair to say, is one of the biggest knife suppliers probably in the UK. And they do some brilliant stuff for us. And one of the things they do is they do collaborations with massive companies, or big companies, to give us a UK legal version of certain knives, or they might do a unique knife, but their colours are like black and red. So I've got a sticker somewhere. I should have probably got that out to show you there. But yeah, so this is their red, basically. You can tell this is a work knife because it's all messed up. Now, they don't do this anymore. I think this one's discontinued. They brought it out a couple of years ago, but we all know what it is. The CRKT Pilar. But so it's got a detent, and let's zoom in. We'll have a look at it. So it's got a detent instead of a back spring. But beautiful. Everybody knows this, you know, the Pilar, and it's a brilliant knife. Sold many, but yeah, really good in the hands. Really good ergonomic knife to use. Let's have a look. So we've got, there's the designer, and then on there we've got the code there. Like I say, it's quite easy to defeat that detent, but you've got this finger choil there, probably one of the most. This and the Byrd, well, actually, I like these finger choils. It does make it a safe knife in hand. I need to clean my knives by the looks of it, but yeah, I treat these as work knives. I sometimes carry these with a more traditional slip joint, but yeah, it's got a good pocket clip, quite deep carry, G10 scales. Very nice knife. So this is going to be a long one by the looks of it, guys. So the next one I've got, this is when they first collaborated with Real Steel for the Luna. This one's got, it's usually got a lovely walk and talk, but it just needs a bit of alteration. And it had a bit of rust on it I've had to clean up. It's in D2, brilliant steel. Poltergeist design, that's their symbol there, D2. Brilliant blade shape on it. I believe this knife, whenever I get this knife now, I think of Slippy. I think this knife is quite related to him. He's got a big collection of them. He speaks very highly of it. It might, yeah. Did you see that? Yeah, it just needs tightening up, I think, because it's usually got a lovely walk and torque. It's not got a half stop. It's got like a sort of there and then really good snappy. But that's the good thing about moderns. You can take them apart, disassemble them and put them back together. So one of the best pocket clips, I think we can all agree, for a UK legal knife, because it looks like a pen clip, and it's really, really deep carry. So I'm not a big fan of these red scales from Heine Haynes. They're a bit garish for me, but good for a work knife if you're out and about and you drop it and you need to find it. So it does have its benefits. Again, G10, it's got jumping underneath. I use this, this isn't stock, this isn't standard. This is a quick thumb stuck that I've attached. And obviously there's a bit of a place here that you can run it along to get that perfect position for you. But yeah, really good knife. Like I say, all these knives are relatively cheap, or were relatively cheap. Unfortunately, Heine Haynes bring this one back out because it was. I've shown this a few times on Discord and places like that, and people would like to buy one, I think. So yeah, bring that back out for people. But lovely contoured handles, really good in the hand, really thin profile on this as well. So just a good UK modern EDC knife. And then we've got the Byrd. Have you heard about the Byrd? So the Byrd Tern. It's got that blade steel, HCR 13 MOV, so a bit of a budget blade steel. This is the budget company of Spyderco. I love Spyderco knives, and again, Spyderco look after us really well in the UK. They've got sort of the Urban, the UK PK and things like that, but this is a bit underestimated, I think. To be honest, the price has gone up for this, and it used to be a budget version, but I don't know why, but the price has gone up quite a bit for this. I think when I bought it, it was still really sort of £30-40, I think. So it was a good budget option for a Spyderco. Yeah, G10 scales, your traditional Spyderco wire clip. That I think most people, I love it. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is really good. Not the most deep carry, just leave the top, but because it's black, it's not very noticeable. But yeah, really, again, you're not going to beat a Spyderco or Byrd for ergonomics, really. So this is a Byrd hole instead of a Spider hole, and they call this the Byrd Tern. So that's the name of it. But yeah, really good knife. Good, strong back spring. Again, it's got that finger choil there, so very secure in the hand. And then we've got the Kizer Zipslip. I bought this directly from Kizer when it was on special. So I got this for a really, really good deal. It has got a decent pocket clip, quite plain, G10 scales, got that finger choil again. You might be seeing a bit of a common theme here, but I do like a good finger choil. It's got Zipslip on the blade there, and Kizer. This has got a real good steel. It's N690, and then a serial number there. But beautiful knife. I will tell you one thing about this, and it's got lovely walk and torque. It's got a really pingy sound, but yeah, quite snappy. One thing I will tell you, when I first bought this, I don't know if they made the angle really acute, but it would chip. Now, I don't know whether anybody else in the comments can tell me if they've had the same issues with their Kizer Zipslip, but it was big chunks were. Let me move this back so it's not focusing. They were like chipping on there. I've obviously I've had to resharpen it, but yeah, I think it happened twice. A big chunk. I say a big chunk, but you know, a noticeable dent, and I wasn't misusing it. But I think I've been using it now, and it's not happened again since. But yeah, I put my own. I can't remember what angle I sharpened this at, but yeah, I put my own edge on it now, and I've not had any further issues with it. But I didn't know if that was a common thing with their steel. But yeah, lovely little walk and talk on this one. Like I say, really deep pocket clip, pocket carry, so very, it's a bit of a thicker clip, but you're not going to notice that in your pocket. And they're all really light knives. There's the designer, and I think I've had this for a few years now. So other than when I first got it, the blade kept, I think it's just how of an acute angle they put on it, and then I think I just followed suit, and then eventually I think I put a 20 degree edge on it, but it's been alright since. So yeah, really good fit and finish. And then last but not least, a book knife, USA made, and this is the Rival, and it's 364. So this is still a really affordable knife and a really good knife. If you want something cheap and affordable that's decent, what's the steel on this? And you know what book steel is like. It is brilliant. Got a decent back spring on it as well. You can choke up on this one a little bit if you put your finger there. You just got to be careful. But yeah, I put this isn't stock. I put this quick thumb stud on to make it one hand opening. Deep pocket carry clip, has got the book little anvil there, but I like that. Really enjoy this knife. Really enjoy this knife. I think it's really underestimated and you can pick these up for like £25. But yeah, really good knife. Can't speak highly of this one enough. But yeah, so yeah, they're my 5 favourite budget modern knives. So we've got the CRKT Pilar Honey Haynes edition, the Real Steel Luna, the Kizer Zipslip, the Byrd Tern, and then the book Rival. So thanks for watching. Bit of a long one. Thanks Matt for the open tag and just for being a sound guy. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you all.